morning, everybody. Welcome back. As you may or may not be able to tell, I've just woken up. It is 9:15 and I am going to be filming a 24-hour reading video. Yeah. We started at 12 last night. So I am filming a 24-hour reading video tomorrow, and it's like 25 minutes to 1. That's how I'm going to tell the time right now. So really, I need to be asleep right now. Like, I need to go to bed because I want to wake up at a decent time, obviously, to film that. But I just finished Binding 13, like a reread of Binding 13. Obviously, I've read it before. It's a 5-star book. Love it. I was planning on, like, because I had like 150 pages left of it, so I was planning on reading that partly in the reading video, because I was like, oh great, like that will be an easy thing to read. Just went and fucking read it now, and unfortunately I'm gonna have to continue and read like at least a little bit of Keeping 13 right now. So the compromise that I'm making with myself so that I can read it right now is that I'm gonna just add a bit of this time on. Do you know what I mean? Okay, everything I was saying now earlier, ignore her. She's on crack. She was on crack. I don't know what she was taking. Maybe it was crack. It's not funny. What it is it's gonna be 12 to 12. So starting 12 now, or 12 like an hour ago, that's the start. We end 12 tomorrow night. Yes, correct. Thank you so much. And we're gonna go to 12 today, which, to be fair, that works a lot better for me than like going to like 9 tomorrow morning or something. Yeah, I'm not gonna do the thing where you like stop the timer to do whatever you need to do. I'm just gonna do my normal stuff. I'm gonna sleep, I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna like, you know, do whatever I need to do. But whenever I can be reading, I will be reading. First things first, I finished this last night. It's just too good. I had like, well, you can see my little tab in it. I had like 150 pages left and I finished it last night. So we're gonna read some of this instead. I'm obviously not gonna read all of it. This is a reread, so I'm just gonna read as much as I kind of want, you know? Try and get some other books done as well, because if I read this, I'd just read this all day. This is A Curse of True Love, which also I've already started. I am like over halfway through this, so I want to get this done. Really loving this series, but I need to just finish that book because I put it down and now I just like need to get back to it and finish it. So I want to do that today. And then we have a couple more books. Ricochet, this is part of the Addicted series. This would be a reread. I just did an Addicted to You reread and I really enjoyed it. I feel like this is a good book for this because it's so short. So a little like palette cleansery moment. And then we have 3 books which I haven't read. So we have Little White Lies by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is just on my TBR for the month, so I thought, why not? Then we have They Wish They Were Us. These 2 are both YA mystery thrillers, so I feel like those are good for 24-hour videos because they're kind of usually fast-paced. Fingers crossed. And then we have The Rule Book by Sarah Adams. Don't know, just thought I'd chuck a romance in just in case I wanted to read it. Right now, just woken up, what I'm gonna do is keep reading Keeping 13 on my Kindle. Keeping 13. We're actually about 60 pages through, so. One of my favourite things that Johnny Kavanagh does, whenever Shannon tells him about someone hurting her, being mean to her, doing anything to her, he sits there and he says, I need to take a long deep breath because I'm gonna explode. He goes, that's so hot. He can't even control himself. He's an animal because of her, because he's obsessed with her. Reading for about an hour, and I'm now 93 pages into, well, on the Kindle, 93 pages. I don't even know what that corresponds to. in the physical, I'm gonna go through and find the correct page because the pages don't match up. Like this says this is 800 pages long and that's like 630 pages long, so I don't know what that means. Gotta get up now. I gotta get up and get moving, so I'm gonna find an audiobook to put on. I'm thinking, why do I sound so nasally? Oh my god. It's like under 300 pages long. Like this will definitely be a nice read for today. So I think I'm gonna find the audiobook for that. My other option was I have the audiobook for A Curse of True Love, but I kind of want to finish that off physically reading it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Ricochet. Listen to that for a little bit while I just, you know, have a coffee, get ready. I need to walk my dog, so I might do that. And if I don't do that now, I'll do that in the afternoon. Like 12 and I've just been listening to the audiobook. Roughly 60 to 70 pages through the audiobook. Audiobooks take so fucking long. I've been listening to that like 2 hours. Now more like an hour and a bit. I'm gonna take my dog on a walk now, so I'm gonna keep listening. Then when I get back, I'll either swap back to Keeping 13 or A Curse of True Love because I really want to get that done today. And if I'm not careful, I might just end up reading Keeping 13 all day. So we'll see. But right now I'm gonna take my dog. It's nearly 1:30 and I am 144 pages through Ricochet, so over halfway. I'm gonna put this down for now. I've been listening to it. I want to try and read the end, like physically, because I wanted to physically read that, but I've just like listened to all of it. That always happens. But I'm gonna pick up A Curse of True Love now, see if I can I'd love to get it done in one sitting, but at least start that, well, continue that. Rereading this series, it's so crazy because like I remember on the first time reading it, I grew to love every single like character, all of the core 6, like love all of them. But I remember when I first was starting it, like some of them I really did struggle with, like struggled with Rose because Rose is just a lot. Also really struggled with Reich, which makes so much sense because Rose and Reich are like twinum. They are the same fucking person but in a slightly different font, if you really look into it. And then Daisy, I found her to be, in the first books before I got to know her, before I really like got in her head, found her kind of irritating, I will admit. But to be fair, part of that is probably the first 3 books are only Lily and Lo's perspective, so you get their internal like why they do things, but you don't get internal of why everybody else does things, so it makes sense. But reading it back through, like I love everyone. So it's like I could just see it so differently. I'm like, oh right, you bulldozer, right? Like he actually is such a fucking bulldozer, but you gotta love him for it because it all comes from a good place. But whatever. But yeah, moving on to this. These match, which is cute. Okay, I just finished A Curse of True Love. It is 3:45, so I feel like I've been reading all day, but I'm also probably not making great time. Like I'm not going to end the day with finishing that many books. I don't know, whatever. So I've really enjoyed this series overall, and I really liked this as like a final book. I don't think it's my favourite book in the series, but I didn't find it to be a disappointing ending. I actually quite enjoyed it overall, which kind of confuses me why this book had like such kind of honestly not an amazing reception when it came out. I feel like it was good. Like I don't know what the issue was. I guess maybe like not quite as much fluff and like just like the two main characters being together, but like that was part of the storyline, you know what I mean? Like, I enjoyed it. And what I really enjoyed in this book was seeing, like, you've got the juxtaposition of this quote unquote villain who is actually like going to extreme lengths to do like good things, or like things for other people, selfless acts, you know? Sometimes they're a little bit selfish, but whatever. Overall, a villain doing like nice things, and then someone who like sees himself as a hero and everybody else sees as a hero, literally like doing the most villainous things for his own gain. Like, he's like, I can justify just about anything just as long as it makes me happy, because at the end of the day, what else do we want except for me to be happy? Really an interesting juxtaposition there. Like a 4.5, honestly. I think the second book was my favourite. That was the 4.75, but overall this is like, none of them were 5-star, but it's like a 5-star series. It's one of my favourite series. I hope she comes out with more books, because I feel like the way that ended suggested that she had more books coming for the series. If she just so happens to write any books about the Valors, I will be very, very interested in that. Lala and Chaos. They might need a book. Now that that's done though, I don't know whether to go back to Ricochet, Keeping 13, or start with my other books. I have like, how long do I have in this left? I have like 200-ish pages left. Not 200, 100 pages. 100-ish pages left in Ricochet. So I think I'm just gonna read this real quick, try and finish this off as quick as I can. Let's see if I can read those 100 pages in like under, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it in under an hour, like an hour and a half. Whatever, doesn't matter. I just finished Ricochet. I can take my little tab out. Great time. Great time, what can I say? I remember when I first read this book, I saw people saying like, oh, you just need to get through Ricochet, like it's like a bit of a like just an annoying in between book to get to the next book. I like Ricochet. I think it's fun. Sue me. I feel like you get to know Lily really, really well in this book, which I appreciate. Dinner's gonna be real soon. So I think until dinner, I'm just gonna keep reading Keeping 13, and then after dinner, I think I will start one of these mysteries, because I would just like to get into another book. I would kind of honestly just like to keep reading Keeping 13, but like I'm not gonna be. It's funner, you know what I mean? If I can get through one of these, or if I don't know if I'll be able to get through a whole book in what? If I read all the way to midnight, I could. But yeah, so far 2 books down. Well, I only read like just under half of A Curse of True Love, but who cares? Let's just say 2 books down and like be happy and free. He won. You won. It's time for me to throw up. It's 9:45. I got distracted. My friend FaceTimed me and I got distracted. What can I say? So sorry about it. The Kindle says 114 pages through, but in the book I am somewhere within this chapter, so about 150 pages. That's how much I've read. So change of plans. I'm just going to keep reading Keeping 13. I'm not going to start one of the mystery things because I'm really tired. I don't know if I'm gonna stay awake till 12. So I'm just gonna keep reading that for as long as I want to. And yeah, I'll come back and we'll finish this off in the morning, because I was beating myself up for a little second there. I was like, I should not have answered that. I should have just kept reading. But I want to talk to my friend, and I already said that this isn't gonna be a super like hardcore 24 hours. Like, if I want to live, I can live. She read all day. Like, I didn't take any breaks. If I wanted to do something else, I'd put my audiobooks on. So don't even come at me as if I haven't done the job. Yeah, I'm gonna keep reading that and then go to bed. Okay, good morning. It is the end of the, well, it's been the end of the 24 hours for a while now. I fell asleep at like 11:30. Like, I stayed up as long as I could to get to the 12, but I was just tired, so I had to go to bed. That was fun. A chill little day. That was a much better way for me personally to do a 24-hour situation, because it's like, no need for us to be so intense about it. There's no need for us to get so crazy intense and like, you could not sleep, eat, piss, read. Like, no, I'm gonna sleep, eat, piss, and then I'll read after that. But we didn't get through all 3 of these books, considering this one is 800 pages long, but we did finish A Curse of True Love. It was already started, but we don't need to talk about that. Ricochet, which is the tiniest little skinniest little book you've ever seen, and then I read about 250 pages of Keeping 13. As you can see, that is where my little tab is. It's about 250 pages through. So I think for it to be like kind of just like a chill day, like, I had a good day. I didn't feel stressed or like I didn't want to read really at all. I just had a fine, good day of reading. To do, let's just say 2 books. I read 2 full books. I think that's pretty good. I should count up how many pages I read. Give me a minute. Okay, yeah, I read 649 pages, which is like 300-ish page books. So I think that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. For just like a chill little day. I had a really good time. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Go watch some of my other stuff and come back next time.